Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. Oh my God, Jupiter and Saturn are moving into your sign. So I heard this quote the other day from Orson Welles that a happy ending depends on where you end the story or where you cut. Editing, essentially. Ace of Swords, a new mind. For Saturn to move into your sign, that would be harsh, severe, show you where all the cracks are, what you gotta fix. For Saturn and Jupiter to move into your sign, oh, what joy. Every time Saturn points something out, Jupiter comes in with the good luck and is like, hey, we can figure a way out of this. They work in tandem to bring you such enormous success and a lot of energy. You're bold, you're brave, you want to get out there. All your ideas that you've been cooking up, all the things you've been working on for a while that just didn't seem to be going well. Now, in December, you're like, wait, I actually can make this work. Like, this is not such a big deal anymore. How do I have all these great ideas now? How do I have all this energy? How are all these different resources just finding their way to me? Jupiter. Oh, the magic that is Jupiter. Now that you have it, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a really great club to be in. Also, your love life. That clears up. How nice for you. If you have a Leo in your life, they're full on now. Might have been a situation where you were thinking 6 months ago, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, I don't know if this can last. And they've proven themselves. If you're single, you're in a space where you're like, yeah, okay, none of the nonsense. Either you're coming at me correct or stay away. I have way too much to do. I'm super, super popular. You're the most popular person in the room. In every room you walk into, online, virtual, or real. You're just the one that everybody wants to talk to, everybody wants to work with. And that is going to bring about some exhaustion. It's going to be hard work. It sounds fun. I'm making it sound fun. But it's also going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to be tiring. You're going to have to persevere. But the best thing about Aquarius is like, that doesn't intimidate you at all. In fact, not much intimidates you. You're like, okay, I know how to do that. In ancient times, Saturn was the ruler of my sign. I got this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You are going to rock the next few years. And so you need to set yourself up accordingly. What are those projects that you've been meaning to work on? What is that dead weight that you need to get rid of when you have all this luck and all this drive and all this intelligence at your disposal? Do you want to waste it on like a faulty, weird, toxic love connection or a weird, faulty friendship? No. Speaking of friendships, all the different work you're going to be doing is going to require you to leave some people behind. Lovers, friends, it doesn't matter. You're not going to mean to leave them behind. Let me put it to you this way. I once told my best friend, I was like, listen, it's nothing personal, but if I don't work with or do business with someone, or I can have a friendship with someone, but I don't also have some sort of a work relationship with them, the friendship tends to not die out, but it's a different kind of friendship. It's not someone that I deal with every day because my work is central to my life. In the same way, you know, it's nothing personal. You love your friends and it's wonderful. And those that work with you, those that, you know, help you collab, those that are there for you to make that money with you, definitely be grateful. Give them their due, shout them out, you know, be really supportive because it's going to set you up for future wins with them. Anyone that you work with right now is going to come back around with more work for you, more opportunities, more collabs. So you really want to treat them very well. But anyone who's just kind of a hanger-on, or, like the popular kid in school always has this kind of group of douchey friends that they can't tell are using them, but everyone else is like very mean girls, right? You got to get rid of those people. Sorries. They just don't fit with all the abundance and success coming into your life. They just got to go. So for those of you who are like, this relationship doesn't work, this person I've been pining for, I don't even want anymore, let them go. That friendship that you know is actually kind of gossipy and you can't really trust them, and you know they're probably talking about you behind your back, let them go. You will want for nothing coming into 2021. So make room. Three of Pentacles. Those of you who are in established relationships, it just gets better and better. Your trust level is growing. Your love for them is growing. Their love for you is growing. It's a really nice place to be. Now, let's talk about Saturn. Because Saturn's like, okay, enough with the niceness, enough with the, the pep talk. Let's get down to it. Saturn in your sign is going to show you where all the cracks are in your foundation, in the structure, and it's up to you to keep an upbeat, disposition. It's up to you to approach each one of these cracks with vigor and optimism and say, thank you for pointing that out. Let me fix that. Because every time you meet Saturn's opposition with enthusiasm, you're going to evolve even more. Your game just gets better and better. Your look gets better and better. Your career gets better and better. And it's these mini death and rebirths that Saturn is going to take you through that get you there. And it's so incredibly positive that even when it's difficult, I want you to remember this, because it's all aiding in your evolution. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. It's all about evolving now. Your favorite thing. So good. Have at it. Let me see what I have written down here. Yes. Humility. So when you start to crush your goals, when Saturn gives you all the cheat codes and Jupiter comes in and delivers all the resources you need to get those cheat codes into the simulation, there are people that are going to help you. The universe is going to help you, and your way of ensuring that this feedback loop keeps going is to be extremely humble and extremely grateful. Whenever you start to feel a little bit cocky, a little bit full of yourself, remember what I'm saying. Saturn will give you all the info you need. Jupiter will give you all the luck you need, but neither one of them has any tolerance or patience for conceit. So, as a very intelligent person, you can sometimes miss the emotional understanding. Sometimes you don't realize how conceited you come off, and this is with all intelligent people. So don't make that mistake, because it can be heartbreaking when you make that mistake with Saturn. It's a harsh taskmaster, the Lord of Karma. It does not take any nonsense, and you will have that same disposition. Anything nonsensical, people, work opportunities, family, any place in your life where there's nonsense, you're just going to completely turn. Like, they're not even going to recognize you because you have zero time. In the same way, Saturn and Jupiter have zero time for your bullshit. So whatever you're working on, as soon as it starts to pick up and you start to feel like, yo, like I got it, like I'm crushing it. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Alhamdulillah. However you say it, do it, and keep in that grateful, humble mindset. And everything you have, it will just double and double and double and double. This is from the Quran. If you are grateful, I will give you more. If you just stick to that one sentence, December is a breeze, although it's a hard breeze, and 2021 turns into a dream, a hard-working dream, Okay, lots of changes to be made, lots of structures to tear down only to be rebuilt gloriously, lots of money, inshallah, coming in. But the key is going to be, if you are grateful, the universe gives you more. So just stay right there in that sweet spot and allow everything to just flow to you. Again, I am making it sound sweet, but there are going to be moments where Saturn is going to point out cracks in the facade that you really don't want to see. Things that happened in your childhood, things that have to do with how you are in a love relationship, things that have to do with projects you started that you may have to abandon because they just weren't right. You already knew they weren't right. So it's not going to be a surprise, but it will be shocking when Saturn takes it away. Remember, one of the things that Saturn is going to teach you is self-reliance. Anything that you think you cannot live without and that makes you what you are, any crutches you have are getting kicked out from under you. But it's being done in such a beautiful way because Jupiter will be there to put a mattress underneath you and go, hey, did you almost fall down? Bounce back up. But if you sit on that mattress and start crying because your crutch got knocked away, instead of being grateful that you didn't hit the floor and get a concussion, things will turn on you. Okay, so no spoiled child behavior, no conceit, no being cocky, and being super grateful for the ups, the downs, being shown the cracks, being shown the solutions, for the good luck, for the intelligence. If you keep that ball rolling, nothing can stop you because you have the universe on your side. The universe cannot be stopped. Okay, the divine has power over all things. When you align with the divine, you are unstoppable. And the only thing you have to do is check that ego and that pride. As long as you keep those two things in check, oh, it's good. It's good. And like I said, you don't shy away from hard work. So it's not gonna bother you none. You know, that it's going to be a lot of rebuilding, a lot of seeing things for what they really are, but not in a negative way. Like I said, Jupiter will always be there to soften your feelings, to soften the blow, to come up with ingenious solutions and say, okay, well, this happened, or this is what you just realized, but how about this? You could do this. You could replace it with this. So no despondency, no feeling sorry for yourself, no being egotistical. And you're golden. I mean, I'm so excited for my Aquarius friends. I love you, Lola. I'm so excited because you guys really deserve these wins. And you have this way of going through the hard times with such strength that people wonder if anything bad has ever happened to you. You give off this charmed life, you know, persona, and you do it more when things are hard. And I just appreciate it so much because it's brave and it doesn't put your problems onto others. It's very strong, and I respect that. And for some reason, it is only the incredibly strong people that get my sympathy and my empathy. I have a very hard time feeling sympathy for someone who's already feeling sorry for themselves. In fact, it makes me really, really angry. It makes me not want to be around the person at all, let alone give them any kind of sympathy. But people who are intensely strong, and yet you can see in their eyes, like, this is really hard on me. But they're never going to say it. They're never going to give in and become fatalistic or nihilistic. Those people always have my love, my support, my sympathy, my empathy, whatever they need, because I can see how they're doing the most for themselves. They're working the hardest to deal with what they're going through and yet not be a burden on others. Not that having problems or sharing them with people is a burden. It's that it's not necessary for Aquarius to do that. And even when they do it, they've already got it handled. You've already got it handled. You just want to talk it through. It's so different from someone who puts a problem onto you and sits there and whines and complains and cries and bemoans their fate and curses the universe and curses everything because something has happened to them. And Aquarian is like problem solving, rational, logical, like, okay, this is what happened. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. These are the resources we need. These are the ways to think about it. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. And I'm just like, yeah, let's go. You got it. You know, I love it. I love it. So there isn't a better group of people that this transit could happen to right now. And of course, it's your age. We're in your age. You are the leaders of this age, and thank God for it. Because man, do we need you. And now you've got this incredible arsenal, this beautiful army to help you do everything you need to do. That crown on your head is deserved. Just don't let it go to your head. I love you. Let's look at these cards.
Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to the second part of your reading. What a great reading. I'm so excited for you. I love this Ace of Swords. It's just exactly the energy. It's a new mind. And it's so welcome because for the first time in perhaps your life, the overthinking will stop. Things don't move in circles anymore. Things move forward, Two of Wands. And also, perhaps for the first time in your life, your ego takes a back seat and becomes extremely useful instead of being a liability. And I didn't mean takes a back seat as if it never takes a back seat. It's just that instead of being a liability, as the ego almost always is, now it becomes a huge asset because it's got a purpose, right? So Saturn is going to put the ego to work, here represented by the Strength card. If you are, again, if you have a Leo in your life, they have really come very far. And if you were wondering if they'll be able to follow you in this evolution, they absolutely will. Now, Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, is where it gets a little bit tricky. Because there are times when this process is going to be exhausting and painful. Nobody, not even the least egotistical person in the world, enjoys being shown the flaws all the time. Everybody has that irritability within them when something is harped on too much, where we go, okay, I get it. But this Saturnian energy is relentless, and you will have to contend with it. So, rest is important, but also those that bring out the worst in you, those that bring out your ego the most, they have to be left behind. And who are those people? The ones completely ruled by ego themselves. They're easy to spot. They talk a lot, but they almost never listen. And once you've done that, already in December, you will have to do some of this, but this reading for you is more of an overview of a whole year. Once you've done that, or as you begin the process of doing that, some really fruitful new beginnings arise. Some long planned projects finally come to fruition. Your relationship, if it's long term, deepens considerably. Your relationship with yourself, if you're single, becomes way less antagonistic and a lot more loving and accepting. That Saturnian influence comes into your life and structures the hell out of it. which causes for you mini buildups and breakdowns all the time. Again, it's painful, but the rewards are so great. The rewards are a new mind, a new way of being, new opportunities that couldn't possibly have been given to the Aquarian you used to be. But now, as we walk out of December and into January, you feel this. You feel brave, you feel smart, and you feel ready. So, anyone who's keeping you from this energy, from making these changes, from this evolution, I think it's pretty clear that they're going to have to go. You know? Because, I mean, it goes without saying that they can't stick around. This is probably the most important transit of your life because it's going to set you up for so many years to come, at least 10. And regardless of what age you are, 10 years, that's important. And you also like doing things the right way. So to have this guidance is invaluable. But just remember to treat it that way. If we become resentful of Saturn, Saturn becomes much more harsh. If we accept that that is what Saturn's role is and are friendly or understanding towards what Saturn shows us, then we got something. So there's that. The mini buildups and mini breakdowns, the result of Saturn okaying the project and then tearing it down, and then okaying the project and then tearing it down. And then finally, towards the beginning of January, a structure is built and it doesn't get torn down. Something new, something real, something you've wanted to work on for a while but somehow felt paralyzed. Now take a crack at it. Try it out. See what you come up with. Okay? It's going to be good. Don't let this scare you. There's no need. This stuff has to come up because Saturn needs to show you what's going on here. That's all. And then move along. Acknowledging whatever it is that Saturn wants to show you is going to speed everything up exponentially. So hear Saturn out, and if you feel that you can agree with what is being pointed out or criticized, you're getting there. So don't be scared. Okay. All right, Aquarius, that is your December reading. If you would like a personal recorded 7 to 10 minute reading that goes to your inbox, there's a Cameo link below. If you would like a 15-minute video chat one-on-one reading, there is a Chatalize link below. If you were admiring these rings, these are the Quietest Revolution rings. It's a company I started with my best friend. And there is an Instagram Quietest Revolution rings below where you can see RevFam wearing the rings, and there's also links to buy. Actually just put in the production order for smaller sizes for this and the new ring here called the World. So there's a link to buy as well below. If you are interested in attending a Zoom event with other fellow RevFam members where you ask me questions and I answer them, they could be about anything, there is a Capricorn season satsang happening on December 30th. There's a link to that below. And there's also me and my best friend doing one, but that's going to be more like a party. And there's a link to that below as well. And I think that just about covers it. Aside from, oh yeah, I love you. Good stuff. All right, Aquarius, I'll see you in the extended right now.